Hey Cosmic Angels. So I spend the majority of my day keeping to myself and just allowing myself to be in the moment. I did a little bit of writing. I finished writing my book, which is really exciting. And Spirit called me today to specifically go and support the local small businesses that are in the area, especially that resonate with the spirituality and metaphysical services. So I needed incense. It's a very old town that I went to. And here's the thing. I'm not telling the story to try to bring bad business. They don't need this story in order to get bad business, but I digress on that. I tell this story to hopefully enlighten individuals that are looking to get into metaphysical services and offer spiritual services within a business, because we're all waking up. We are all remembering who we are. And when we are remembering, I believe it's really important to create these spaces where you immediately feel that level of safety, where you immediately feel that level of support, where you don't need to speak to anybody in the store or whatever to feel that it's a really lovely place, to support. And listen, money is the heart chakra frequency. So if you're not doing what you do from a heart-centered place, it's noticeable. And I've been doing so much healing up to this point to where my eyes are like x-rays. Like, I look at you and I just know, So, like I said, I'm not telling this story to make you guys want to rush over. I left a Google review, so like, if anybody is smart, you can find out what this place is, but I'm not going to say the names. I'm just going to explain my experience, and y'all can let me know, because I only leave reviews, I only make these videos when Spirit tells me to, quite frankly. Because everybody's on their own journey, everybody is learning, everybody is doing their best. But I gave this place not once but 2 times, and usually I give them 3, but Spirit said absolutely the fuck not. You will share your experience, and hopefully it will shed light on what needs to be illuminated. So I'm looking for incense. I go to a local crystal shop, and this place is so lovely. The workers there are lovely. They greet me. It is a magical experience, and I'm asking questions. They're answering it happily. And I recently I've just been listening. I go where I'm led, right? So I didn't go into this shop with the intention, or any of these shops with the intention of trying to make a business partnership or anything like that, but I was curious. So I asked the lady at the desk if they host readers. She was very sweet. No, we actually don't. There's a woman here that does Reiki and she does sound healing, but there's no readers over here. Actually, you might want to check out this shop that's like right up the road, literally within walking distance. This town is so small, so you can just walk in, you're there. But she goes, yeah, have you tried that place? And I've been to that place. Let's call that place MM. I've been to MM once before and didn't have a very lovely experience. I was in and out. I showed up, I was not greeted. They practically acted like there was nobody in the store. The only time that they opened their mouth to speak to me was because I commented on their cats, because there's cats in the store and they are so cute and chill. And I was just like, oh, your cats are so cute. And then there was like little small talk about the cats, and that's it. They didn't ask me if I had questions. They didn't ask me if I needed help. They didn't even say goodbye. Homie didn't even look me in the eye when I was buying the products. And I resonated with the products. I got like an oil and some incense or something. I don't remember. But it was really nice. The products were fine. But it did that experience left a really weird feeling in me. I was just like, okay, that was kind of weird. But you know what? We are all human. We all have our good days. We all have our not so good days. So I gave them grace, and I just kind of brushed it off and kept pushing. So when the woman at this crystal shop asked me about MM, if I had been there, I straight up told her that, yeah, I've been over there. But if I'm being honest, I had really weird energy. I was picking up very weird energy. This woman looks me dead in the face and says, oh, yeah, that's not the first time that we've heard that. What? So I was not taken aback, but I was like, oh, that's interesting information. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Huh. But she asked me, like, if I'm in the area. She was very curious to know about what I do. And I was just telling her that I'm looking to get out in the community. I grew born and raised in Nova, and I haven't been on this side of town. Just moved over here not too long ago, so I'm looking to be in the community. And she was so kind, and she even let me know about a free sound bath that they do in the community. So it was a wonderful experience. I go, and Spirit says, for shits and giggles, go back to MM. I said, okay. So I go over there, and Spirit says, you go ask them the same thing. Ask them if they take readers. Because the first time that I was there, I had the intention of asking, but because they didn't even acknowledge my existence or give a fuck that I was helping their business, you know, I didn't ask. Like I said, I wrote it off as another bad day, so I didn't ask. I was like, okay, maybe they're just not in the mood today. But Spirit said, no, you gonna go. You gonna go again, and you gonna find out. I said, okay, bet. So I pull up. I walk in. Children, 2 boys, 1 boy on an iPad sitting by the door, another boy with an iPad sitting behind the desk. There was nary an adult in sight. Kids are not, I'm not trying to talk too much about the children because they're kids, you know, like they didn't ask to be there. They didn't ask to be there. And I know that certain situations, I'm a mama, I get it, you know, sometimes you just have to bring your kids. But that was red flag number 1 for me when I immediately walked in. There was no adult, there was no greeting, there was nothing, and it was really uncomfortable. But I walked in, I go to find incense. It's pretty cheap. I was like, okay, solid, boom. Found what I needed. Let me see where the owner is. I go up to the desk and I ask the child sitting behind the desk, is there an adult here? No response. I say again, is there an adult here? No response. The boy sitting by the door was like, what? And I say, is there somebody here? Like, is there an adult here? Yeah. Can I speak to them? Yeah, I'll go get him. He leaves, then he comes back. She's coming. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm like waiting. The owner comes out, and it's very cold. The energy that I picked up right away was extremely cold and callous. She walks up to me and doesn't even smile. And I'm like, hi, how are you? I hold my hand out to shake her hand. She reluctantly shakes my hand. And she doesn't even ask me what I want. She's just kind of standing there, like, looking me in the face, like, the fuck do you want? Literally, that's the energy that I was getting. The fuck do you want? Why are you interrupting me? Like, what do you want? I asked her, I was wondering if you guys host readers. She looks at me and says, no, it's... Sorry, I'm not going to be dramatic, I promise. I'll do my best. No, like, it's never worked out in the past. It's never worked out. It's always been it's always just been too much with other readers. And I look at her and say, well, you've never met me before. It's really lovely to meet you. If you're open, I always keep my cards on me. Would you be open to receive a reading to see if you resonate with my energy? I don't know, you know, can you come back a little later today? You know, my kids are here, so... Ma'am, you did not give a fuck that your children were sitting out here unaccompanied by an adult. Why do you give a shit now that your children are here all of a sudden? Sis, what? And I say, oh, well, it's actually going to be rough for me because I'm busy this afternoon and I'm busy later this week, but I'm free now. Yeah, I mean, like, we have 2 other readers here and stuff, so, like, that seems to be working out pretty well. And homie walks away from me. Like, she stares at me and then walks away mid-conversation. Left me standing there. like a fucking idiot, pretty much, because I already knew that this was going to happen. But you know what? Spirit's always on my side. So I stood there. It took me aback for a second. To be honest, I knew that it was going to play out like this, but it feels like my spirit team was mad because I was feeling, I literally felt the come forward. You know, like when you're trying to remind yourself, like, that was real. That just happened. That was mad disrespectful. Like, you're processing. So she walks away from me mid-conversation and just leaves me standing there, doesn't say a fucking word. And I get a little crazy. I didn't get crazy, but I probably looked crazy to her. I smile. Okay, well, it seems that you're pretty pleased with the way that things are going with your other readers. So I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope that you be blessed. 12:22 on the clock when I tell you all this. I said that, and she didn't hear me. But probably thought that I was talking shit, which not it, because the energy that she gave me. What was that? It seems that you are satisfied with what the arrangement that you have right now. So I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope that you stay blessed. Left that joint so quick because I felt it in my body, the evil eye. I felt it in my bones, that individual's evil eye that they were sending me immediately after asking them that question. Or just like immediately after they walked away from me, my body was like vibrating. And I leave, and as soon as I shut that door out loud, I'm like, fuck that, nope, fuck that, nope, fuck that, no, hey, fuck that, no, I ain't buying that up, no. And just trying to transmute that energy, because something was icky that was coming for me, and I hated it. So I was like praying it off immediately after I left the store. And I was like, all right, God, that was interesting. But when I was on my way over to MM, I saw another sign on the same strip of shops that offers, like, a sign for a store that offers crystal, Reiki, candles, like all the things that resonate with the Cosmic Corner, right? So I was like, you know what? Maybe they will have my incense. So I park, I get out of the car, I go into this shop. This shop was such a lovely, abundant energy. They were wonderful. They greeted me as soon as I came in, asked me what I was looking for, and I immediately told them I just had a really awful experience at MM. This person as well. Oh, yeah. I see her eyes. They are welling up with tears. I am so sorry that you experienced that. Just to let you know, I am a light worker. Some individuals don't like the light. And me and sis were talking, not about MM, but just talking and resonating with each other. And she's looking at me and I'm looking at her, and she's seeing me and I'm seeing her. And I got my incense and I got a crystal because I was like, take my money. Like, what do I need? What is Spirit telling you that I need? She's channeling, like she's straight up channeling. Earlier, she like, as we're talking and getting to know each other a little bit, she looks at her time and she's like, I have to talk to you because I had an appointment and they're not here, but you are. And Spirit's saying that they need me to talk to you. And I'm like, I'm all ears. I am all ears. Absolutely. What they got for me. It was such a gorgeous, eye-opening conversation. And we hugged and I got her information and I bought incense and a crystal from her because midway through our conversation, as I was asking her, like, what do I need? She was talking. And I said, I know exactly what I need. Thank you. Do you have black tourmaline? She's like, that's interesting because as we were talking, I was thinking that you would resonate with that. I supported her and went about my merry way. What a lovely spiritual sandwich that was. Because I started off on a high note, had a little bit of a dip with the energy, and ended on a high note. The reason why I tell this story is not to shade the business. It is not to cause any trouble. However, I am the light. I am a light worker. I was merely illuminating what that individual needs to figure out. Because if the people that are doing basically the exact same work that you're doing are reacting the same way in regards to your energy, that's a problem. That's a problem. And it's really sad and disappointing because this journey, trying to remember who you are, is not for the weak. So when we do eventually expand ourselves and venture out into the wild to find a local shop or community or whoever the fuck will listen to us talk about aliens and conspiracy and healing and practices and all of it, imagine walking in there not having a single experience with the divine, you just looking to start your journey, and that is the energy that you are greeted with. There have been too many individuals that have come to the Cosmic Corner while I'm at a market or in the community, at a festival, wherever. I'm talking to them, getting to know them. Have you ever had a reading before? Most, like, I'll say 75% of these people's responses are, yeah, I've had a reading before, but it was not a good experience. Yeah, I've kind of dabbled a little bit in the crystals and tarot, but like, I just didn't resonate. There was one lady who told me that I was gonna die. There was one person that told me that if I didn't do XYZ, that my ancestors were gonna attack me. There was one person that said this. There was one person that said that. I'm like, who are y'all finding out here in the wild like this? This is not okay. And it makes me really sad because I am in this work to build community and to help individuals awaken their creativity within them, to awaken their voice, to awaken their heart. Like, I'm literally seeing a heartbeat. Like, wake them up and give them a second chance at life. And to be greeted by an individual, not even greeted, but to be in a space that is deemed as safe or deemed as magical. Honey, it's not, you practicing some different kind of magic that I do not vibe with. And hey man, it's all a part of the journey. I share this story so that maybe, just maybe, if there's anybody out there that is looking to start their business in metaphysical services, spiritual services, wellness, whatever it is that is aimed and geared towards helping and healing like-minded individuals, maybe start healing yourself first. Treat others the way that you would like to be treated, because then maybe your life wouldn't be so fucking miserable. And maybe the people in the community that are in the same line of work as you will start to come forward and support you. Ironically enough, this shop was like on a hill away from everybody. And everybody else was down there. They're supporting each other. They are sharing other people's businesses in the area, trying to get them business as well. Like, there's a real, raw, authentic love that is within those other shops that I went to. But MM was not it. And I pray that they see my review. Because like I said, I left a Google review. If you really want to go and see what the shop was, you can go and visit yourself and feel the energy for yourself. And hey, I will say, when I looked at the reviews, most of the positive ones were left by those individuals. The area that I'm in, there's not really a whole lot of people. And the fact that a woman came in and asked to be a reader, I think I shook something in there. But it was necessary because I'm a mirror. I merely show you what you need to see. I show you who you are. If you're watching this, I don't know where you are, but if anybody greeted you and treated you in the manner that I experienced not once but twice, you wouldn't like it. And I'm sure you'd have plenty to say about it. So figure it out. Look in the mirror and see what needs to be dealt with. Because it's divine time, okay? Okay, and karma is due. That's all I'll say. that's my story time. Pray for them. Send them love, you guys. I still pray for them. I still send them love. And I hope that this was able to illuminate something within you to just be kind. Just be kind to people. That's all. I love you all so much. Stay cosmic.